everybody. How are you doing? Today is Tuesday, and I am Nancy Yonner with Love to List and Keller Williams Realty, where I come to you on a consistent basis and share a little bit of real estate and a little bit of health and home with you. And so I'm so excited to be here with you today. I am going to be sharing some information, share three things with you. Some information about our local Loudon market. And then I have some resources that I'm going to share with you. And then I am going to go ahead and give you an update on that cabinet color that we had you vote on a few weeks back. And so I'm just really excited because I haven't been here for a few weeks because between work and being sick, I don't know if you can kind of hear in my voice, it's a little hoarse. So I was out last week, and so I always miss seeing you guys. I enjoy engaging with you, popping in and sharing with you and bringing you some, hopefully, a little bit of extra added value. So, anyhow, what I want to talk to you about the local market is this is for January and February because March is not out yet. And I will, before I do that, let me tell you a little bit about Loudoun County. Okay, so Loudoun County is really an interesting county. It's in Northern Virginia. We're about 45 minutes, depending on where you are in Loudoun, to an hour from Washington, D.C. So our local news is basically national, international news. And the eastern part of the county is really suburban. It has condominiums, small single families, big single families. It has townhomes. They have a lot of planned communities where you have the restaurants and the schools and the shopping and the trails and recreational amenities within the community. There are several beautiful planned communities in Eastern Loudoun. And then you have your midway point, which is Leesburg. And Leesburg is a historic town, charming town. And I remember when I first moved to Loudoun, Leesburg was a little stuffy, but it is like on fire. It's a great place to live, very desirable. We just helped a really amazing buyer find an amazing deal in downtown Leesburg, new construction. And that is a great story. I can't wait to share it with you. But new construction in downtown Leesburg is really hard to find. And this particular builder has two lots still available, but they're not selling them yet. So I am on the VIP list. So if you're interested in new construction, just over $1 million in downtown Leesburg, give me a call. So, and then there's Western Loudoun, where I live in Purcellville, and it is more rural. I'm so sorry if I'm a little distracted because I decided to do this from my computer today, and I'm not used to this format as I am on my phone. So, but I live in Purcellville, and it is more rural, and there's farms out here, there's wineries, there's breweries, there's wedding venues, there's my Blue Ridge Mountains, which I love. There's the Shenandoah River just over the county line. So we got the WNOD Trail, we've got the Appalachian Trail. We have so much to offer out here, whether you're in Western or Eastern or Mid. So, love where we live. Do you love where you live? Let me know where you are from and if you love where you live. Anyhow, I wanted to tell you that in January, our average sales price for Loudon was $669. Okay, and then in February it went up to 687. So just a little slight increase, but it's an indicator of what is going on in our market. So our market is trending up, which is typical this time of year. we're getting into the spring market. Oh, you love where you love, Kim? You love where you live, Kim? I'm so glad you do. I know. I love seeing all your pictures. You guys do so much great traveling. You look like you have so much fun. And not just outside of where you live, but where you live too. Um, so then the other little indicator is the average days on the market. In January were 28, and now they're in February they're 19. So prices are going up, average days on the market's going down. Oh yeah, Mom, I know you love where you live too. um, I'm also seeing that listings are starting to increase in February. The numbers are up, but so are the sales. So as soon as the listings come to market, the sales are eating up that inventory. So we still have low inventory in our area. The other little thing I thought was interesting, which it makes sense, the two areas that are selling the most, like the most numbers, are Ashburn and Leesburg. I'm a little surprised though, because Sterling, which is like the gateway to Loudoun County, is less. That's number third. So Ashburn number one, which the density I totally get. Hey, Stacy, how you doing? How's that home of yours going? Speaking of homes and market. Anyways, so it makes sense that Ashburn is like more sales are happening because it's more density, right? As I said, Ashburn's more suburban. Where I live is more rural. So Purcellville is really down low in the totem pole in terms of number of home sales in January and February, because I'm doing the first 2 months. And then Lovettsville is like the least. I think it only had 3 sales. And it's like the farther out you go, the less number of sales, which makes sense. So, anyway, so those are some of our local trends. I do want to tell you, though, that where I get our local information is from the Dulles Association of Realtors, which the acronym is DAR. And if you go to DAR, you go to the resource tab and you go to the reports, and you can find out so much information that's going on in our county. And it's really interesting. For those that like numbers, it's very interesting. They do year over year, month over month. It's a great local resource. If you'd like me to send you what I just went over, I have the whole report. We can send it right over to you. Just text DAR report, DAAR report, and we'll get that right over to you. Okay? So that's our monthly local Loudoun real estate data update. Next, I want to talk to you about resources. Now, we have a lot of resources. We have a lot of valuable tools that we use in our industry to help educate our buyers and sellers and provide information and guidance. But we have a lot of free tools for anybody that's interested. And so one of them is this. If you're thinking about buying, this is one of the best tools out there. I can explain more. I can do a little video for you if you're interested. But basically, this tool is so helpful, especially for first-time home buyers. And basically, it really says that if the buyer selects 2 pieces of the pie, then the market's going to pick the third. And I can give you example after example after example. But it is true. If you're going to pick price and you want a 10,000 square foot home for 200,000, well, you might as well leave the state. So, anyways, bottom line, that other piece will be dictated by the market. Okay, so this is a great tool for home buyers, and I can always do a little video for anybody interested. This is a great tool. It's called the Peace Plan. And this is for selling, but I will say primarily for those that are downsizing. There's a lot that goes into selling, period. But downsizing has some extra added nuances when you were trying to declutter, make major decisions about certain pieces of furniture in our home, it's a little added stress when you're downsizing versus upsizing. So this peace plan gives you peace of mind, and it's all about the different pieces of selling. And so it's very valuable. It's very helpful. I'm happy to send you that as well. Speaking of downsizing, we put together a pamphlet, and these are all digital. I printed them out for you. A pamphlet if you're thinking about downsizing and want information about the different communities and what they offer. We have put together like a little legend of what these communities offer. So, do they offer swimming? Do they offer pool, like pool tables? Do they offer walking paths? Do they offer pickleball? Whatever it is, a movie theater, a restaurant. So, whatever it is for each community, we have laid out the legend. So, it kind of like at a glance, you can kind of see what those communities offer. Two of my favorite communities are the Birchwood at Brambleton. Love, love, love that 55 plus active adult community. And then I also really love the Regency, which is part of Belmont. It's outside of Belmont Country Club, but it's a 55 plus section enclave, and they have these elevator townhomes. So those are two of my favorite communities. But if you want to compare 55 plus active adult communities in Loudon, we have done the homework for you. So this is a great resource if you're interested. Okay, so I went over these three resources. The last one I wanted to go over with you is something that we give our sellers. Happy to give it to anyone who's interested. And so this is when we're selling, we give a list of all the people that are involved with getting the homes ready for market. So the landscaper, the painter, our window washer, but it's also the people that my sellers will be interacting with. For instance, our signpost company, or my assistant, or our social media person. So I call this our one pager. So it's like our go-to vendors for the things that we pretty much use on a regular basis when we're listing a home for sale, and then some extra added. So if you're interested, this is local, but we also have an app, and that has many more vendors. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure who's on there. Maybe Deborah knows. Oh, hey, Sally, you're watching from Florida. Oh my gosh. Well, do you love where you live? Because we sure love where we live. Anyways, so on our app, which is for iPhone only, it's a love, the number 2, the word list app is on the iPhone, and all of our resources are right there at your fingertips. Of course, I get a lot of texts and a lot of calls and a lot of emails on a daily basis asking me for all these people. Always happy to talk with you. Please feel free to reach out to me. If you want the app, it's convenient. If you want our one pager, we can send it to you. But again, always love connecting with you. So, the last thing I wanted to talk about was the voting on these cabinets that we did for a seller. And while I share that with you, the reason why I wanted to share this with you is because there is so much that happens. Now, like someone with like Sally's home, we didn't have to do really anything to get that home ready for market. But most times we have to come up with a strategy and a plan on getting the house ready for market. And when I say staging, which we stage every home, I do not cut corners. We have high standards. We believe in how we present the home is so important, how we look online, and how the experience is for the buyer when they come into the home. So staging is important, but there's two sections to the staging plan. There's home improvement, and then there's the fluff and stuff, okay? The foo-foo stuff. Now, the home improvement, depending on what the house needs, can take a week, can take a month, can take 3 months. So it's never too early to call your realtor. So the more time we have to help you with the strategy and the plan, the better. So this particular seller wanted to do a refresh in his bathroom, but he didn't want to spend $40,000 or $50,000 to update the bathroom. So we were very resourceful. and we cut the cost down below half. And so what we did is we painted the cabinets. We put an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous quartz on the cabinets, and we picked out the floor tile and the wall tile and the pebble tile in the shower. But because of our contractors, because of our resources, because of the people we work with, we do have better pricing. But when we sent out those cabinets, I loved the blue. And the blue and the tan were neck and neck. And we opted for the tan. Now, if I was going to live there, I might do a blue and I might do a different countertop. But the countertop that we selected had this gorgeous, gorgeous brown, warm tone, this vein. It's not the typical gray vein that we're seeing everywhere on every home, on every counter. It's a little different. And the reason why we wanted to do that is because in the kitchen, they have that popular gray vein, and they have two-tone cabinets. They've got white and they've got like a blue island, light blue island. So when we're setting the house up online, we are very big about what is called sequencing. And you want to sequence the pictures. This is like such a peeve of mine. Sequence the pictures as the buyer's walking through the home. So you don't go, it drives me crazy when other people put stuff online and they start out with the picture of the front door, and then you go down to the basement, and then you go up to the bedroom, then you go out in the backyard, then you go into the kitchen, then into the family room, and back to the secondary bedroom. It drives me crazy. It does not help the buyer envision themselves walking and experiencing that home. So this particular home has a standout, stunning kitchen, gray and blue and white. And we wanted the bathroom to set a little bit off from what we already saw in the kitchen. So when you're sequencing, it's like it's a standout instead of looking like the kitchen. So that's why we picked the tan, and we also did monochromatic tile. And then the hardwood floors in the master bedroom were brown. So we were kind of picking up off the master bedroom. So we didn't put any color on the walls. We did light colored tile, real monochromatic, and then a pop of the tan. So it was great to see your opinions, though. I really appreciate you guys, and when you give me your opinions, it's so fun to see. So that's that. That house comes to market in May. We have several homes coming to market. It is spring. Spring is springing upon us, and I hope the flowers are blooming like they are here for you wherever you are. And for that is it for today. And I'm so excited to be able to pop in and interact with you guys, and so appreciate it. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I will see you hopefully next week. And in the meantime, thumbs up, lots of love, and keep smiling. Okay? All right. Take care, everyone.